Bismillah, I start from opening dua. Rabbi shroli sadri amri walul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. Thank you for Al Qadim to inviting me here to share my journey and experience in Islam. Just a little background about me. I'm Denice Diaz. I'm from Philippines and I reverted to Islam 1 year ago, Alhamdulillah. And I remember when I was here in Al Qadim that I took my Shahada with Sheikh Hussein, and that moment is so very memorable to me because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me a second chance, Alhamdulillah. My experience and journey to Islam is when I with during pandemic is it's a so blessing for me because I got the chance to learn and study about Islam, and it's always recommended to my YouTube that especially related to Islam. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot of video from Mufti Menk, Ahmadidat, and Zakir Naik. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot from them, Alhamdulillah. And I'm still continuing learning about Islam. My misconception in Islam has changed because we know in social media and news, it's how they represent the Muslims. So, but in reality, it's a blessing for me that I'm here in Malaysia because I mix around with the Muslims, majority are Muslims, different race, different culture. So I learned a lot from them, Alhamdulillah. When I become a Muslim, it doesn't mean that I don't face challenges, trials, and problems. To me, the challenges part to me is how to pronounce properly the surah. And to me, I have a problem with I still have a problem to pronounce the surah, but Alhamdulillah, if you are sincere and willing to learn, so everything is go smooth, and make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance. The second part challenge to me is praying 5 times a day because to me I'm still learning. I'm trying. I'm do my best to learn to pray 5 times a day. And when I think about why I need to pray 5 times a day, it's because make me think that I start my day from the beginning, from towards at night before I sleep. So that whole day, many things can happen. So to me, I'm still learning and still continue. And Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward us to our effort. And third challenges to me is how to socialize to Muslims, to how to communicate with them, because I have a problem that how to use the mashallah, inshallah, alhamdulillah. So to me, when I'm mix around with them, it's naturally you are learning from them. And yeah, so it's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm surrounded with the Muslim, majority are Muslims here in Malaysia. And and to me, I always remind myself that trust the process. So, and always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That, yeah. And my family reactions when I become a Muslim is because I remember what Sheikh Hussein told me that share to your parents. Don't keep it to yourself, because this is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why you keep it? So you share, and they have the rights to know about me. And I shared. I follow what Sheikh Hussein told me, that I shared. And Alhamdulillah, their reaction is they are very happy because they want to hear my story. They want to hear my story and they asked more about Islam and I shared with them. And then after that, they reverted to Islam. Yeah, and my whole family are reverted to Islam, but except to my young sister. Except to my young sister because she's still learning and it's a good step for her because she's willing to learn. Alhamdulillah, may Allah guide her. I mean, these challenges and trials and problems, when I think about it, my parents, they are in the non-Muslim country and they are facing challenges every day, daily, because they are surrounded with the non-Muslim neighbors and it's difficult to find halal foods and halal restaurant, halal products in the Philippines. And to me, when I think about my parents and they are getting old, Alhamdulillah, this is blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm here in Malaysia. I don't have problem with halal foods. I don't have problems with if I want to pray. Everywhere is in here. Everywhere there's a prayer room. But for them, to them, they are far from the mosque and they don't hear the azan every day. So to me, it's a blessing for me that I'm here in Malaysia and I'm sharing with them. I'm still sharing with them what I learned, the basics, because I'm still learning. So to me, yeah, I always make dua for them and protect them. Alhamdulillah. And how I maintain my iman? How do I maintain my iman? First is um, always like if I have a confusions, always ask questions because before I'm really shy to ask questions because they will think I have a negative thoughts that maybe they will judge me if I ask questions. But Alhamdulillah, I changed that mindset to always ask questions because it's increasing my knowledge, it's increasing my iman, and it make me strong and make me wonder. So asking questions, don't underestimate asking questions because it really helps. Even though if you ask these persons ask questions, maybe they learn from them. So and I always surrounded myself with a practice Muslim Sunnah Quran and more knowledgeable. And to me, I have a few friends. Even though it's a few friends, I feel like I'm a student because when I'm with them, I always learn new things, not only for happiness and for for enjoyment. It's also when you are with them, you are feel safe and you are feel learning. You're inspired with them. So to me, I don't feel competitive. So I always keep these friends, and it's nice to have a good environment, especially for the sisterhood. So if you have questions, they don't judge you. So they are willing to share. Um, Next is I'm doing journaling to to maintain my iman because journaling to me is everything in my thoughts in my mind. I'm always writing and I always ask myself that what did I learn today? What what my what actions points that I make my future better? So asking questions myself and reminding myself, it helps me and always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and always surrounding with the Muslims and reading books related to Islam, it helps me too. So I think I think I think that's all what I can share and I hope it's beneficial to all of us. Thank you so much for your time. Assalamualaikum.
have that lifestyle. It's part of your culture. How do you overcome that?
Mm.
It's challenging.
Yeah, it's very challenging to me because that's just now I told to myself that always always make dua to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And because we don't know, sometimes there's um yeah the lifestyle is very challenging because you have to distance what impacts to your peace. And um to me always if you have a friends that always support you your goals and your improvement and self-development, to me it's a uh, it makes me it makes me strong to be, you know, to change my lifestyle. And how did I did my yeah, because when I'm studying and learning about Islam, is it naturally changed my lifestyle. Actually, it's there's a challenging, yes, but when you're surrounded with Muslims, it's easier. Yeah, that's why I always tell them I'm always grateful and make dua to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that make me a better make me a better person, not only in public but also in the public life, in private life. So and make always introduce me with the people have a um closer to closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So that I think that's the best way to
Falling to that question, how do you overcome to your non-Muslim Filipino friends who know you as a Filipino? Now you're Muslim.
Yeah.
How they reacted to you?
It's a good question. Their reactions is they're shocked. Some they're shocked. Some they go, they
Stay away.
they stay. They stay. They stay away. So to me, it's a blessing. Maybe it's not good for maybe it's not good for me, or maybe Allah Subhanahu wa Taala give you some much better than that. So to me, still continue, and be firm to your religion. It doesn't mean that they hate you. It doesn't mean they will stop you. They will stop you to become a Muslim. To me, be firm, and seeking knowledge is very important, and show them the lifestyle of Muslims. To me, this is the better way, and and to me, just ignore whatever whatever.
There's always
Yeah, it's always, yeah.
And the next question is, as you know, sorry, I got a lot of questions. I'm not reported. No, I'm just joking. So my question is again, as a Filipino, you eat a lot of baboy, and now it's Muslim. How do you overcome that? The lifestyle, the food that you had all the years been eating like that, and what's the challenge like for you?
Oh yeah, it's a good question because before when I'm studying Islam, is it's it's naturally that I stay away from haram things. It I think this is Allah guide me that because I think to me it's only for it's in our mindset that you can eat the healthy food. And to me, it's a makes sense to me that there's a haram and halal food, because this is good for us because we consume. So if you learn more and deeper, and to me, it's naturally it happens that stay away from. It's not good for us because Allah knows what's the best for us, and um, maybe this is a challenges, right? Like maybe these challenges this is the reason how to show your a better version of you. So I always remind myself, don't give up, and always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance.
Last question.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
sure.
Could you give some tips, or will you advise some new Filipino Muslims? What should they do facing all the challenges? What sort of advice would you give to all new Filipinos who's new become
My
Muslim?
advice is, what's my advice? I think it's, my advice is, be firm to your religion and always seek knowledge and always ask questions. If you have a confusions, always ask questions because this is really, really powerful if you ask questions. And um, yeah, I always attend classes, online classes related to Islam. So it helps for me and always um, always think that you are doing is always have barakah to me that and always be wisely to your how do you spend your time and always focus on the blessings because the more we focus on the problems the more it grows. So to me it's always be consistent to um, to focus on what is the important things, what is the most important to your life. So yeah. To
Those
me,
are good.
yeah. So, Assalamualaikum. Thank you.